unemployment rate is very high, quite high in the country. Graduates, Nigerian youths lack the basic soft skill, which is interpersonal skills. Nobody teaches us that, especially at public universities.
You might have the certificates, like me, I was the best graduating student during my time. But the skill, the way I could put that skills in practice, makes it is a kind of difficult.
There seems to be a disconnect between the curriculum in higher institutions, especially in Nigeria, and the realities of the workplace.
Our certificates, school certificates, degree, diploma, and everything is, just rampant and there.
So we identified a soft skills training as a kind of a bridge to help young Nigerians, especially people who have just finished school or who are about to finish school, to prepare them about this soft skills, which are not really part of the curriculum, but are really very, very important.
These skills will actually equip them and help them to secure jobs faster than those that don't have these soft skills.
My name is Queen Matthew from Kaduna State. I'm Engineer Khalila Yahya Ali from Kano State.
My name is Abubakar Yahuza Abubakar. I'm from Kaduna State.
My name is Zakia Sani Garba. I am a beneficiary of Jobberman Soft Skills training.
We have 2.5 million youth in our database, and we have like 60,000 employers nationwide. So we felt there is this gap, and Gerberman can provide such. We have the reach. Hence, the Jobberman Soft Skill to upskill Nigerian youths on relevant transferable skills that not only will it grant them access to getting a dignified job, but will make them stay in that job.
As a facilitator for Jobberman, I go out and train youths. We talk about time management in our modules. We talk about emotional intelligence. They relate to each and every modules that we talked about, and they feel like they can actually change their ways. They can benefit and they can actually include all they have learned in their day-to-day activities.
The entire experience to me was educative, was skillful, it was motivative and knowledgeable. I was able to implement most of the modules in my day-to-day activity. Particular example, a unique one is today, because I'm sorry to say I'm very disorganized. Prior to the Jobberman training, I think I wouldn't even have been here on time, but as you can see, I came here on time.
The training gave me the opportunity to join Gerberman. So shortly after the training, I was contacted if I was interested in becoming a facilitator for the training. A few of us were engaged, and then I started that way, as a facilitator, and then later became a full-time Gerberman employee.
How I got involved was that I was surfing the net and I saw a flyer that read, earn a skill and get certified in 2 hours. And that struck me. So I signed up for the training and I got certified. And after a few months, I joined Jobberman as a support facilitator and presently as the youth engagement.
When I had the training, I was a COB member and I was a teacher. I taught in secondary schools. I was taking NCE classes and I was doing my PGDE and serving at the same time. So many things for me at that time, and I was confused. But after I got the training, that was the first thing I started to do, being able to adjust to the minutes or to the hour given to me to teach, to sort all those things out and to arrange them in such a way that they won't be giving me like difficulty.
I've become a better team player. I've become more empathetical. Initially, we thought when you're giving a feedback, you just like give it the way it is. So we were taught the sandwich method, so that by the time you give a feedback to someone, he doesn't get hurt. Rather, he's even happy that you give out the feedback.
In terms of scalability, the project has recorded more successes than challenges, but we wouldn't say there are no challenges. So one of the major challenges we had in the north here was that the modules were specifically written in English language, while the dominant language here in the north is Hausa. So as the team noticed this challenge, they were proactive and they translated the modules into Hausa and shot some video clips.
Initially, it was online, but then in the north down here with low access to smartphones and data, one of the challenge lesson we learned was that the platform cannot be solely online. We need to meet these participants at their communities.
We started physical training in the North in the month of March 2021. We started really gradually. We saw that not many people were attending our trainings, and we were having lower number of women attending compared to males. And interestingly, we have a 70% female focus. But over time, we began to understand better how to effectively reach more female participants and how to better trump up our numbers. And in recent times, for example, last month, we reached a 64% female participation compared to the male counterparts. And that is translating into the output that we need on the project, because women in the North have more limited access to opportunities.
Initially, we don't want to sort of like impose a particular training on people that they don't really need, or a training delivery method that's not really going to work. So we had to study the environment, the people, the kind of youth we have here, and how we're going to create a training content that's going to really appeal to them and their values also.
Before, I don't even talk to people that I don't know, but now I can be on the stage and talk to over 500 people. So in the North here, we believe that women are just kitchen, they don't work, they don't do anything. I encourage them to come to attend the training, to see other women that are volunteering, that are facilitating.
I can tell you now that I've been able to religiously keep a journal. I have outlined clear goals that I want to achieve, and I've been able to use the SMART model to detail the steps I need to achieve those goals.
A mentality shift, mindset shift. By the end of the training, you can see the changes in them. You can see the change in their attitudes and their behavior, the way they talk. After the training, it all changes.
From the time we got the training to now, I can proudly say that I taught more than 10 people how to write CVs. I'm not blowing my trumpet anyway. I couldn't say it is perfect, but I'm happy that I was able to deliver to my society. And thanks to Jobberman for that.
Definitely, we are seeing the progression from the numbers, from the monthly numbers, the impact story shared by these learners, and we will continue to train.
We're not just focusing on the numbers, we're also focusing on the impact that we're making. If we train a social number of people, what has the training changed in them? That's success to us.
Some of them have called us that these are the changes that we are seeing. We now know how to manage our time. We now know how to be effective people in the community. We now take responsibility of our work because of the training that you have given us, because of the scenario-based examples you have been providing to us.
It has made me to be who I am today. And if you go back in terms of communication, it has also shaped me. If you go back in terms of working as a team, it has also shaped me there.
I'm happy to have gone through this program. I'm so confident of myself. It was wow, and the take home was huge.
It was a life-changing experience, and the kind of confidence I feel right now is that I am not an ordinary person. I feel like I am an extraordinary because of the training.